1st is going to come, and we will have most of our deals finished, if not all. We haven't really had a lot of luck with Canada. I think Canada could be one where they'll just pay tariffs, not really a negotiation. We're working very diligently with Europe, the EU, which covers a lot.
Donald Trump launched a sweeping tariff campaign in 2025, threatening and then imposing steep tariffs on virtually all imports from Canada. His aim was to pressure Canada into making major trade and security concessions, notably relating to drug control and migration, and to push manufacturing jobs into the United States. Trump announced plans for a 25% tariff rising to 35% by August 1, 2025 on most Canadian goods, and a 10% tariff on Canadian energy exports.
We're going to bring it from 25% to 50%, the tariffs on steel into the United States of America.
Canada's response, retaliation and refusal to fold instead of conceding to all U.S. demands. Canada responded forcefully, immediately imposed 25% tariffs on $30 billion of U.S. goods, with $125 billion more to follow within 21 days. These counter-tariffs targeted a wide range of products, including food and consumer goods, declared that these tariffs would remain in place until U.S. trade actions were withdrawn. Canada also openly discussed pursuing additional non-tariff measures, signaling resolve to maintain pressure on the U.S. Canada and leadership, including both Prime Minister Trudeau and his successor, stressed they would not sign any bad deal, even as U.S. tariffs ramped up. This hardline stance reflected both economic calculations and a desire to demonstrate sovereignty. The U.S. strategy backfires. Trump's plan relied on economic pain, forcing Canada to capitulate quickly. Instead, the majority of Canadian exporters exploited an escape hatch by demonstrating compliance with the Canada-US-Mexico Agreement CUSMA, known as USMCA in the U.S. Goods that qualified avoided the bulk of new tariffs, which sharply limited the intended economic impact of Trump's blanket tariff threat. Only certain sectors, steel, aluminum, autos, and lumber, were seriously hit, while most cross-border trade in goods remained tariff-free or minimally affected under existing agreements and exemptions. Canada's economy absorbed the initial shock, retaliated proportionally, and refused to halt negotiations on unfavorable terms. In effect, the ability to rely on CUSMA and the government's willingness to retaliate prevented the kind of sweeping disruption Trump had counted on. Political and economic fallout. Trump's tariff policy caused significant tension with Canada and prompted strong criticism from Canadian officials who labeled the tariffs unjustified and predicted job losses and inflation on both sides of the border. While specific Canadian industries suffered, broad panic and recession were largely avoided, undermining the core pressure tactic behind Trump's strategy: Canadian willingness to just pay tariffs and, where possible, sidestep them through trade agreement compliance. Meant Trump's approach failed to force a major policy or concession shift from Ottawa. Key takeaway: Trump's all-in tariff strategy was designed to coerce Canada's refusal to capitulate, combined with a robust system of trade agreement exemptions and a firm retaliation strategy, meant most of Trump's intended leverage evaporated. The tariffs hit certain sectors, but Canada's wider economy weathered the storm far more effectively than the U.S. administration expected, with the retaliatory moves and CUSMA compliance blowing up Trump's attempt to force a quick or one-sided